mentioned this like a week ago or so, a week or two. And that is how I'm having so much fun predicting, or trying to predict at least, what people will be outraged about. Now, I've gotten really good at this with the Ruby/Rooster Teeth community. It's like I can post a video and I know that specific things I say in that video are going to warrant a response, and almost to the T, am I correct in what the response is? It's wonderful. It's wonderful because then I can make a follow-up video on the tiers that ensue. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, a well-oiled machine. Well, kind of a similar thing happened to me. I was playing Pokemon Shield earlier, and I came across this move, Attract. And that move says something like you decrease the stats. I forget exactly what it does, but it affects a Pokemon of the opposite gender. And right when I read that, I'm like, oh boy, I have a feeling there's probably some people who got upset about that. I wonder. So I Google Pokemon Attract, and I type in one of the most infamous websites for people that like to get upset over nothing. So I type in Pokemon Attract Reset Era. And sure enough, there is indeed a Reset Era post about this. Take a look. Actually, this is a little better. They write, it's 2019 and Pokemon still is creating moves that prevent same-gender Pokemon from loving each other. I'll talk to you about this in just a moment. Okay, let's see what they write. Here we go. Yesterday, we got the reveal of the Gigantamax Eevee. Something you can get in your Pokemon Sword and Shield game if you have the save data from Pokemon Let's Go Eevee Edition. It looks like this. One of the key defining features is the rather large fur it gets. The website describes at such. Its luscious fur will enamor its opponents. The fur around its neck has become extra fluffy and luxurious thanks to Gigantamax power. Any Pokemon caught in this fur becomes enamored with Eevee and loses the will to fight. Please note the, quote, any opponent part of the comment here. One of the reasons you want to use Eevee is its signature Gigantamax move, the G-Max Cuddle, a high-damaging move that will also make your opponent fall in love with you. They get affected, I guess, with the infatuation status that Attract has had since Gen 2. Here's the rub, though. Again, taken from the website. So here's where our Reset Era pal over here has a little issue, a little gripe. Let's take a look. Normal type attacks used by Gigantamax Eevee will change to G-Max Cuddle. G-Max Cuddle doesn't only deal damage when it hits. Any opponent that is the opposite gender of Eevee will become infatuated. They write, why are we still in the situation where Pokemon can only fall in love with the opposite gender? Now, I gotta add some commentary. Imagine being upset about Pokemon and, like, Pokemon attraction and just moves, man. They need to keep things somewhat balanced, and some people in the comment section here will even say that. Even here on Reset Era, some people disagreed with this take. It was that hot of a hot take. But let's continue on. And why exactly is that the case? Why can't the same-gendered Pokemon also fall in love with Eevee and its giant fur? Why can't the genderless Pokemon fall in love with that? I mean, I don't know. Maybe they aren't attracted to the fur, but the opposite gender. But hey, I don't know. I'm not the one making the move. That's what the move says, though. So, I mean, what are you going to do? I guess go to Reset Era and complain about it. They write, it's been a problem since Attract got introduced way back in Generation 2. But the argument could have been made that they just overlooked the move. I don't think they just overlooked it. I think it was intentional. But let's see what they write more. And didn't update it in the past. But now here's a brand new signature move on a popular Pokemon. And it's still using the outdated, only opposite genders can love each other mindset. It's a game. It's a video game. It's a fake move on a fake creature in a video game. That's not the real world. And some people would probably still argue that this is not the case in the real world either. I'm not going to go that far. I'm just going to continue bringing the point that this is a video game. And you're supposed to just enjoy it. Not look for things to cry about. Let's move on. Now, before you say it doing such a change, oh gosh, the broken English. They always have broken English, and it's so annoying. Now, before you say it doing such a change would break the meta if they changed the infatuation status, firstly, you should start thinking about priorities. Then after that, what? So, priorities. Who cares about the gameplay? Who cares about breaking the game? The priorities should be on the Pokemon's gender and the Pokemon's attraction to each other. Man, you gotta be all kinds of weird. They write, attract and infatuation hasn't ever really been that strong in the mainline games. It's generally seen as a weaker version of the paralysis status effect. Okay, blah, blah, blah. They go on comparing it to other status effect moves. Number 2, the infatuation status effect is even less effective in competitive preferred format of doubles due to the higher pace of double battles, blah, blah, blah. 3, even if it does somehow turn out to break the game, you can then build counters for it. 4, lastly, this is a Gigantamax move. These are supposed to be the strongest of all moves in the game. It's alright if it's overpowered, because Gigantamax is balanced by only lasting 3 turns in the entire match. Compared to Gigantamax Pikachu, also revealed yesterday, and the bonus if you have Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, save that. Its signature move is electric type that deals large amount of damage and paralysis. Okay, whatever. I will end this by saying that Pokemon hasn't been completely oblivious to the scene ever since Sun and Moon. The games have removed the initial "Are you a boy or a girl?" question that kicked off the older games in the series, and have replaced it with what you're looking at here instead, which, if you're audio only, it's a picture of the start of the game. It says, what do you look like, and has some options on the left for male characters and options on the right for female characters. They're right. It would just be nice if it could go back to the final extra distance and remove all backwards and outdated ideas as possible. Backwards and outdated, in your opinion. So to see a big new Pokemon reveal with a new move that reverts back to the outdated mindset is disappointing. And it is best if attention is drawn to it. So hopefully they can update this one small status effect to allow all Pokemon to love each other and not have it locked to arbitrary different genders. Capitalized D, why? That really shouldn't be a thing anymore. After all, it's Pokemon. If a Skitty and a Wailord can fall in love and can have a kid together, why can't 2 Pokemon of the same gender love each other if they wish to do so? Maybe because in the Pokemon world, it's not how it works. I don't know. Look, man, there's even a poll. Even a lot of people on Reset, I think, as I said, this hot take is too hot. It's ridiculous. So the poll. 26.8% say, keep them as they currently are. Well, the question specifically, what should be done with infatuation-based move like Attract and G-Max Cuddle? Listen, the moves are so silly sounding to begin with. How are you taking it this seriously? G-Max Cuddle. Like, dude, oh my gosh. Keep them as they currently are. 26.8% voted for that. Wait, this poll doesn't actually add up properly. What the heck? Wait, 70.4% say I don't mind what they do. This is an overreaction. 8.4% say remove them from the games. 15.6% say change them to affect all Pokemon. And 26.8% say keep them as they currently are. Now, listen, this math doesn't add up, so I don't know what's going on with that. That's kind of weird. Are Reset Era polls like... What's going on with that? I don't know. I'm going to assume that the numbers are accurate here, not the percentages. So if the numbers are at least accurate, the 176 clearly outshadows the other options. I don't mind what they do. This is an overreaction. And the follow-up on that, 67 votes, is keep them as they currently are. So 39 people say change them. 21 say remove them from the game. So, you know, the people who are apparently, at least according to this weird poll, the people who are upset about this are the minority, even on Reset Era, which is actually something else. In the comments, people do push back on this somewhat, but some people do agree with it, like this one. Looks like it, at least. They write, hopefully this gets changed going forward. That plus the ability for anyone to wear any piece of clothing. Unless I'm mistaken, certain pieces of clothing are gender locked. Dude, I mean, like, okay, all right, whatever. My gosh. These people have great uses of their time. This person even says, I prefer the opposite. I prefer the same gender, but dang, these are cartoon animals. Who the F cares? Agree on character customization, though. They can make every character openly gay, but please, for the love of God, don't make a move that immobilizes the enemy half the time they're worried about the Pokemon. So this person's, worried about the meta, I guess. This person says, I think you're overthinking it. However, the move descriptor is indeed misleading. Whatever. I don't know. This is Reset Era. We're not going to look at all these posts, guys. I just wanted to talk about this briefly because it's funny. As I said in the beginning, what spurred this video was me actually playing Pokemon Shield, finding that move, and expecting outrage. And it turns out there is indeed outrage over this. So that's all I got for you guys in this one. I'll give shout-outs in the next video. I just released a video about an hour ago, so not too many people have gotten that yet. But I think this is probably the only video I'm releasing for the rest of the day, so I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.